Good morning. My name is Malihi. I'm a senior consultant with Fargol Research Group. This presentation will cover the state of petrochemical industry in MENA region, Middle East and Northern Africa region, with emphasis on surfactant production and consumption. The presentation will be in four parts. First segment will provide an overview and historical review of the region. Second part is related to demographics in the region. And the third part covers recent developments in petrochemical industry, and will conclude with an overview of surfactant production and consumption in this region. This presentation in part was given at the 10th World Surfactant Conference as a plenary lecture in Istanbul in June 2015. This is the outline of the presentation. As discussed, a brief historical overview will be given, followed by demographic consideration, state of petrochemical industry, and surfactant industry in this region. Here is a geographical view of the MENA region, which includes countries in the Middle East and North Africa: Afghanistan, Bahrain, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Turkey, UAE, and Yemen in Middle East, and Algeria, Egypt, Libya, Morocco, Tunisia in Northern Africa are part of this region. A brief historical overview. This region started thousands of years ago with world's first civilization and complex societies. It has always been a bridge between East and West, strategically, economically, politically, and culturally important region in the world. It is a region in transition, rapid urbanization, social, economic, and industrial development, and transition from factor-driven to efficient-driven economy. Over 500 million people live in this region, among them many young and educated population. The region has a wealth of natural resources, including over 70% of world's proven oil reserves and over 40% of natural gas reserve. The region has great potential for economic growth. A quick overview on the history. We can break that down into three parts. During the ancient and classical world, the MENA region, this is a time from 3000 BCE to 600 CE. This is a time for rise of complex civilization in Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Persia, currently known as Iran. Governance and administration of vast areas and ethnic groups, building of cities, agricultural system, roads, invention of alphabets, construction of pyramids, and many other architectures such as Persepolis in Iran are credited to the population in this region during the ancient and classical world. It is the birthplace of the religions in Egypt: Zoroastrian, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. also a birthplace for the code of law and human rights in Babylon, and as represented by Cyrus Cylinder, uh, building of boats and navigation system by Phoenicians, 1200 BC, and architectural, ceramic art, metal art, and paintings. During the medieval and early modern world, that is 600 CE to 1800 CE, major events include rise of Islam, migration of Turkic people from Central Asia, the rise of Ottoman Empire and Safavid Empire during 14th to 16th century. Significant contributions were made and influential work was done in arithmetic, algebra, astronomy, and geography by scientists like Khwarazmi, Nasiruddin Tusi, and Qutbuddin Shirazi between 9th and 13th century. Influential work in medicine by Abu Ali Sina or Avicenna and Razi, 19th to 12th century, and influential literary work by uh, poets like Ferdowsi, Hafiz, Sadi, and Maulana during 9th to 15th century AD in Iran. Speaking about the modern world and the developments in modern world, this includes major events, includes independent states, impact of World War One and World War II in the region that resulted in stabilities and regional conflicts, and last but not least, oil and the oil politics. And here are some pictures of cities, modern cities in the Middle East. Here's a view of Tehran, capital of Iran, Dubai, in United Arab Emirates. This picture of Istanbul and the Mediterranean and petrochemical industries and a few other photos of this region.